Are you listening? Damn.
Another episode of Trash Talk. With me, as always, is TJ O'Connor. Tonight we have Layal Shafee, who's getting ready for a kickboxing tournament. One of 4 women in the tournament. The fight is going down at Canterbury Park, December 21st. How you feeling? And you're actually out in Florida right now, right?
Yep, I'm in Tampa, Florida.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm in Tampa, Florida. I train out of Brandon, but they're pretty close.
Okay, yeah. Is that where you've always been and where you've always lived?
Yeah, I was born in Tampa, and I've lived here for a very long time.
Okay, yeah. How long have you been training? And give us a little bit of a background on you.
Like my training background?
Yeah. I mean, yep.
My life background?
Yeah. Throw that in there too.
When I was about 15 or 14, I mean, like maybe even 12, I would like fight my friends and my brother and my sister, and no one liked it. They started growing out of it, and I didn't. So I was like, I need to find a place where I can, fight. Not necessarily to fight, just to train and work out as well. That was mainly the goal. And I wanted to do MMA, but my mom didn't like grappling with boys. No. So she took me to a Muay Thai gym. Well, I took her to a Muay Thai gym to see what it was going to be about. Yeah, and I thought it was so dumb. I was like, this is lame. This isn't MMA. This is so weird. But it was the only thing she would let me do, so I just did it. And then I fell in love with it after like the first week.
Yeah. And how long has that been so far? I think you said it, but I blank. Sorry.
It's been about 7 or 8 years now. I would say maybe 7.
Okay. And how long were you training before you had your first fight?
I started training just before I turned 16, and then I had my first fight when I was like a few months before turning 18. So maybe a year and a half, 2 years.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so you've definitely been competitive for a while now. How necessarily did this opportunity come up to Minnesota to fight in this tournament at Canterbury Park?
So from my understanding, my coach, Scott Jensen, he's taken up a fighter before. I forgot her name, but he took her up. She's from Georgia, and I think she's pro. And so he's had that connection. And then since my last fight in D.C., we've been on the lookout for opportunities, and, he's pretty well networked. So he hooked it up, and that's it.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Is this this isn't your first fight out of state, though, is it?
No, I fought most of my American fights have been out of state.
Okay.
Yeah, I've only had, I think, 3 fights in state. No, I've had some boxing fights in state, but most of my Muay Thai fights have been out of state.
Okay. Do you how often do you cross over between boxing and kickboxing? And I mean, what inspired you to start making the crossover?
So my hands. So I did just straight Muay Thai for maybe the first 5 years, and then my hands were never my best. They were probably my worst, but I wanted to learn it, so I stopped training at the Muay Thai gym, and then I took up boxing, like just to try it, just to see if I was good at it, and I was. So I stuck with it, took some fights. It was cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, and that's a true fighter's mentality, is to submerge yourself into a spot where you feel like you need to make the most improvement, and obviously that's shown through the videos that I've been able to find of yours. Obviously with kickboxing, there comes tournaments. I'm sure you've competed in many tournaments. What do you know about the 3 gals that you could potentially be fighting this weekend? And do you know who you're matched up with in the first round, or do they figure that out at weigh-ins?
They posted a tentative schedule. I think I matched with Angela Barr first. I don't really know her. I've seen a fight of hers against Gabby Maxwell. I don't really know the other girl, but I know Gabby. We talk sometimes. We're like, I would consider us to be friends, but yeah. So that's all I know.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now, have you competed in tournaments often with people that you've known?
There was one tournament I had in Iowa. I fought the girl before, but we didn't know each other personally, but it was my second time fighting her. And that was like 3 or 4 years ago, I think.
Okay.
That was the TBA in Iowa for 112.
Okay. Now, what states do you know what states the other girls train out of?
I think Gabby's out of Seattle, Washington, and the other girls, I have no idea.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I believe the other two are from Minnesota. Both Angela and Darcy are from Minnesota.
Cool.
Okay. I knew one was. I wasn't sure because as soon as the kickboxing tournament was announced, I got excited for it, but I wasn't sure of anybody on the card really because the Muay Thai circuit up here is pretty much just starting to take off. I mean, it's been around and we've had some sleepers, but now there's a surgence in the energy in the crowds. What's the Muay Thai crowd like down in Florida?
It's more MMA. I would say in boxing, Muay Thai is coming up, but it has been coming up with it's start. I mean, especially like there's like a lot of like lower level beginning fights, and then as you try to level up, it's not as big. As far as gyms go, it's pretty hard to find Muay Thai gyms. I mean, we have like I think Tampa's a big city. We have probably like 4, and then out of those 4, like not all of them are reputable, so it's kind of hard to find something down here, at least for now. MMA is really what's popping off here.
Okay. Now, with the strong performance coming up here for this tournament, what do you expect that does for you? Would you hope to come back up here and fight for Driller again? Because it seems like they're going to be putting on kickboxing Muay Thai cards pretty often. And what's the statement that you'd like to make to the crowd that's going to be there? Why should they come watch you fight?
Okay, so the first thing, I mean, like, I guess I've heard from my coach, at least this is a pretty well put together show. So, I mean, those are always really great to fight for. So as much as they'd have me, I would love to be up and fighting. I'm usually pretty healthy and ready year round. So it's about getting the call. And then what was the second question?
Oh, what can the fans expect from you up here? Being unfamiliar with you right now, why should they come watch you fight?
Oh, well, I like to think, I do have a lot of experience, and I have some cool technique. I have good technique, and I'm pretty flow. I have good flow. And I mean, it's fun. I mean, it's always fun to watch, and for me to watch girls fight. I don't know about other people, but I love it. So maybe that's just, exactly, right?
Yeah, we're definitely big fans of the female fights up here. I mean, oh my God, I can't wait, and especially the tournament aspect. That's one of the things that I love. I mean, it's crazy. And then I think there's only been 1 or 2 MMA amateur tournaments that have went on up here, and I was so mad that I didn't get to be a part of it. It's one of the coolest aspects of fighting. It's like it's so amazing, and the courage that it takes for people to be dedicated enough to do that I really tip my hat to you, and I can't wait to see how you perform. Is there any sponsors or teammates or anyone you'd like to give a special shout out before we wrap this up?
Sponsors or teammates? Oh my gosh. Well, Jim, Muay Thai Brandon, they sponsor me. They've been great. Coaches Scott Jensen, Ronnie Breyer, Danielle Breyer. And then we work pretty close with Tampa Muay Thai for sparring and work, and also with Florida Kickboxing Academy. We go out and spar with their girls and their guys, and it's been a big help for me. So all the guys and girls at those gyms. Cool. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you for your time. Remember to like and subscribe to Trash Talk with Damian and TJ. Be sure to reach out to the fighters online and get the tickets. I'm blanking on the website. I'll probably put a link in the video. Maybe not. Yeah, we're out.
Are you listening? Damn.